And it's weird, because right now I'm just thinking of all the stuff that I need to do in order to get this to where I want it to be. So I kind of need to like look and distract myself with stuff, right? 'Cause it's like, oh man. Who's running the Fulgora circuit? Because they can get me uncommon ones. I don't have them already. Because that part just needs to go faster. And the nuclear fuel does need to be reprocessed. That's going to happen here. And then whatever I see, I need to figure out how to get a defensive lineup out here. And start expanding out to 5 clicks. Because there's a lot of resources out here. There's a lot of stuff that I can just turn into landfill and say it's going to be done. But in order to have a train in this section of the game, you need to have a job site that's bigger than a certain size. Not because the train doesn't make sense. You can make a train that makes sense in Space Age. The problem is it's going to be so long, and there's going to be more than one, that nobody recognizes that. So it's like, do I really need to do X, Y, and Z thing, and then set up circuits on everything? And my theory is, yes, you do. Okay. And then there's stuff like building space for a uranium mine, which goes into it too, and so on and so forth. You know, how big do these oil refineries need to be in order to satisfy? Because they might already be there. Okay, that is incredibly interesting and very lucky, because that means this area is probably going to be easy to cut off. And I might be able to just cookie cutter it. Are you serious? Oh, that's sweet. Okay, how many missiles do we got? 120 and 280 in the hole. Alright, let's do it like this then. Let's try and get a clean sweep just by running near these guys. And then go to do a reload. Because no connection points means no defensive turrets that I need to put down. Alright, and then we got a second one. So that means I more or less know what's going on over here. I can use all of the ocean for solar or for factory space. $7.4 million ore is going to be what I have, and the biters are already resettling. So they're trying to put in nests and stuff, and I'm going, no. Nope. Nope. That's not gonna happen. Sorry, guys. So he'll go back, get reloaded with missiles, and while Hicks is getting reloads, Ripley is going to clean the deck. And then I think the game plan is going to be to get a grenades factory up for a couple reasons. Because that'll let me do military science well. Alright, that's really good too, because that is a line end as well. While that's going on, I'm gonna spread up to here. That project will get started. Because the biters can smell me down to this southern area. And what I can do is just clear. And then run a certain number of projects. Alright, we got interesting territory up here. Very interesting territory. Get that railgun if I can. And captive biter nests would be another interesting project. Captive biter nest would mean that I get to put in biters in any of the land space that I cleared out down here. Besides the fact that I can make them quality... Oops, wrong one. Yeah. Besides the fact that I can make quality captive biter nests... Alright, that's gonna be my seal-off point right here. Did my hands shake? I think they did. Oh well. Finish up this idea of an assault line. And then lasers, blasters, set to set to hit, and that's within the construction area. And that'll be a good line there. I think I can afford to keep those uncontained and then just hop a line over like that. Okay, that's technically everything I need to win. How's Ryan doing? Almost there. Needs to go up this side and then hit here. But interestingly, it's nearly there on this lane too. So are we going full speed? Yeah. And ooh, I just got more speed modules. That's good to see. But that means that Gleba can get those. I'm gonna do it. It's gonna be like, give me the bioscience. All the bioscience. What if it spoils? Well then, I'll have a spoilage handler for that. Ooh, that is something to double check. Already got one. Cool. Speaking of things you would use speed for, yeah. It'll be fine. Spoils, it spoils. If I have to make spoilage, I have the resources for that. I know a guy named Chompy. We're friends. He gives me things. Okay, and I'm up to 17 on those. And do you have that thing I asked you for? You? Sweet, because for whatever reason, I'm not getting any more of those at rare, and that needs to be upgraded then. Because I can't wait for this section to do its job. And then as I get more speed, I can start upgrading these buildings too. So the entire line goes a little bit quicker. And I'll KO him, so we're not asking questions about construction. I just have a clean job site to work with. And more lasers. And maybe bring those down in before doing a sweep around. And Yeah, put down a roboport right here, I think. To run detections in this area. And then one right about here. So if anything tried to slip through here, it made an effort. Congratulations, I'll have somebody come and visit. Alright, Vulcanus. Is my more power condition being met? It is. I might want to push that up to like a gig though. That's one for me to do when I'm on foot, because I can go and run around with the railgun. So I'm going to not delete that, but rotate it. E check. And did this do its drop off? I wanted it to do. No, I don't see that it did. Well, know what they say about wills and ways. Alright, so this should be a interesting overhaul. Because this technically eliminates the need for a bunch of units. But it increases power. And then we follow up with just one speed. And then say something like, that's a lot. This is a few. Okay. But so consumption goes up, and then consumption goes down. On all of these ones. On these ones, they're so valuable that I'll leave it at plus 100%. Or I'll find a way to fit another module in if it really bothers me. Sorry, module, beacon. And then do the read hands, set hands for the fastest bulk inserters I can find. Because those things now have such a high crafting speed that it's silly. And, did that increase the, freshness then by 10%? It did. That makes everything go better. Okay, that is functioning as intended. Now, I need to make sure that the spoilage is getting done properly, too. Because this entire place is scaling up, right? So... okay, that's a bit better, because now it's clearing all of the Yamako. And still having a silo ready. So hey, thumbs up to that. That's my safety condition. Once my safety condition there's done, sky's the limit. Probably gonna crank those up for a while. Right? Let that stack up a bit, and then do ranks of it, but keep with sciences that I have a reliable hold on, which is gonna be, mining productivity and damages for a bit. And then every now and then sneak in rocket fuel and an asteroid processing. All right. Just want to double check this is working at full speed. Yeah. Oh, it's gonna get here, and then it's gonna speed up, and then we're gonna be loading up this part. I'm excited. I'm also double-checking railguns to see... okay, this was not restored. It has gotten working back to here, though. Science is definitely up. Definitely have the hot stuff up. That's making those, so potentially I can make these and recycle them on the ground. Which is... not yet. It's big, it's just not very big. I don't know how else to say it. Now, I can spread this out to gain building space, though. As I should. Alright, just making sure this isn't jammed, it's actually working as well as it ever has, and maybe better than before. So now I have to have 2 more filters, is what that means, unfortunately. Like, look at that. It needs to go up to here, and then turn down. And then these have to be brought up. Up, up, up. Some other time I can do beacons, but this is how you want to do that. So I'm gonna put one in here, and then one in there. Switch the filter over, so it gets the right kind of steel. And then grab legendary steel off. There's not a thing that works with quality, so I can't be like, well, you know, be patient on this part, or, you know, do this or that, unfortunately. Like on this line, it's like, I actually have to skip a filter and do a second loop around. With this, grabbing the proper grade of concrete. And have that grab the really juicy stuff. And then it's output time on everything.